The birthday concept was something that was just so crystal clear to me from the get-go. I definitely knew I wanted to do our next event in the States, purely on the basis that our first Oner Active birthday event was live to the public online, and then the second one was in London, so I knew the third one had to be in the States. Part of the event process, I had this vision to bring an athlete house to life. And here's the thing, we're gonna be frank. Why are you cleaning? It's so bad.
My name is Krissy, Cela, and this is our story on how we're expanding Oner Active to be the biggest female strength training brand in the world. We want you to join us on our highs, our lows, all of the obstacles that we face, but all the wins we make together. You are the reason we are here today, so we want you to be part of every single minute of our journey. So sit back, enjoy, and let's make magic happen together.
Hi, Buttons. Oh, hello. Someone's very needy. You know, she is my daughter. Okay, babe, you gonna get off my set now? One thing I don't think people really understand is what my job specifically is at Oner. So Oner right now is going through a massive transition period. It's almost like shedding its skin and entering this like new era, which we've called like the confident girl era. As part of that era and as part of that change, one of the most incredible things is hiring people that are way smarter than me to handle the jobs that I can handle. No leader is good at everything, so they must identify with what they're passionate about and what they're great about. My biggest passion in the world is creating and fitness. And if I can merge those two together, I'm the happiest girl alive. I'm super excited because my official title at Oner Active is Creative Director. As part of my Creative Director role, I'm responsible for every single concept, ideation, mission, vision of the company, where it's directing, to the point of, is that package correct? Is it not correct? The one thing I love is thinking about a concept and bringing it to life. The birthday concept was something that was just so crystal clear to me from the get-go. As soon as we built the collection, as soon as we built the capsule with the color palette, I knew I wanted this campaign to be stripped back. Nothing is more exciting than letting the message speak for itself. It's created by lifters, myself, for lifters, for our community. I've always said Oner Active is a strength training brand first, and that is exactly what we showed. We showed strong women lifting weights in a pulled back scene, and we let them and the product do the talking. And I think that was enough. Sometimes less is more, and that's why this campaign turned out so beautifully, because the message was so strong and it didn't need all the fluff around it. The authenticity of Oner Active stems from my core belief of strength training and how I truly believe every single human being in the world should be strength training or implementing strength training into their day-to-day life. Not only does it have substantial amount of physical health benefits, but what it does for your mentality and the way you think and process things is unbelievable. It's got me through my university degree, it's got me through some of the hardest moments of my life, it's got me through depression, it's got me through anxiety, it's got me through some really dark thoughts. That's what I owe strength training to it. And I know to some people that's a bit extreme, but for me, it's when I step into the gym, it's me v me. It's me, it's my moment. No one can take that away from me. To build a brand that encompasses and celebrates women that lift, what more could you ever ask for? That's where the concept created by lifters for lifters comes from. And every concept at Oner Active comes very easily to me because it is so authentic. And when you do something that is so genuine with so much purpose and authenticity, it will just come to you. And I always say, if it's meant to be, it's just gonna come to you. And if you just trust the process, you're gonna truly create magic. That's where that phrase came from. It's to Oner's core. It's what the founder believes. It's what I think everybody should be doing. It's an incremental part of my day-to-day life. That's why we wanted it to be on the t-shirts. We wanted to be on the events, billboards, and campaigns because we were so proud of that phrase, and we are still so proud of that phrase. And then I made the team change the Instagram bio because I just loved it so much. So I was like, yeah, you better tell the world that we are lifters and we're creating products for lifters. What the fuck? That's so crazy! I love it. This is crazy. You guys! I definitely knew I wanted to do our next event in the States, purely on the basis that our first Oner Active birthday event was live to the public online, and then the second one was in London. So I knew the third one had to be in the States, especially because our biggest market is in the States with 60% of our consumers there / community members. I just knew we needed to go big or go home. Oner Active is also about 1% better. I say that to my team, I say it to myself, to my community. And it's not because I'm trying to push you to do things you don't want to do. I'm trying to show you your potential. So that's why with the event, we wanted to make it the biggest event we've ever done. We worked with so many incredibly talented people externally, internally, and the team genuinely put their heart and soul into this. And they made this simple vision of mine come true.
This birthday event was a much bigger scale. There was a lot of challenges in the run-up to the event itself, one being that we are based in London and the event was taking place in LA, which therefore meant we had to plan strategically and a lot maybe earlier than we would have had to have done if the event was in London. So like, for example, just going to see the venues, we had to do that in May. Once you've seen a venue, usually you would go back to it and sort of plan out where you're going to put things, but because of the distance, we couldn't do that. So you take videos and everything and you hope that you get as much information on the site visit as possible, but then you can't go back. So that was a bit of a challenge. Also dealing with suppliers that are based in the US, there's a time difference. So you start work at 9, you're going to finish late because they wake up around 3-4 p.m. our time. So sometimes you lose a day, which can be frustrating when you have deadlines and you obviously want, like, devil's in the details. So you want to think about everything and not drop anything, but losing a day, sometimes that can put you back in terms of your deadlines.
And the vision, again, was very easy to identify. I wanted a retail space where our community could come and actually see the product and feel the product, and maybe people who were new, who had never seen Oner Actives the first time, they can actually feel it and see it. I wanted a gym area, so we built this entire gym area, and I wanted to have banners floating from the ceiling to represent that vintage, old school bodybuilding mentality. But every time you go into a bodybuilding gym, it's all Mr. Olympia. Like, I barely see Miss Olympia, or I barely see like muscle mummies, or I barely see women flexing. It's always banners of men. So I was like, hey, guys, we need to put banners of the girls flexing that I made them do in the campaign with the intention to put them onto the event. And that's the thing, when you're creative directing, you do not just think of one concept, you have to identify what the company needs in a 360 effect. So when I'm on set, I need to know what my shot list is going to be, because those images are also going to be put in the event space in a specific area. And only I know that, right? So I can't rely on the team to know that. I have to know that, so I can say to the team, right, the gym is going to feel like a bodybuilder gym. It can't feel like a CrossFit gym yet. We haven't reached that area in our strength training journey as a brand. We will next year, but it has to feel like a bodybuilding gym. Great. That's the case, we need a hell of a lot of free weights as well. We need mirrors by the squat racks, because I know the girls are going to take selfies and the mirrors need icons. Right, now we need banners that are going to make girls feel like they're entering like a female-only bodybuilding gym. It's these little details that you have to think about to get to that 1% better, and you got to push your comfort zone a bit. And this is where you got to think of those things. So every area of the event had to be immersive. When you walk in, what's the first image you see? What's the music you're listening to? We have a big Latino community, Hispanic community, Mexican community. So the music we're playing has to also feel relatable to the people that you're bringing in, because it makes no sense you not making your community feel welcome. So even the music, every single detail we had to go through, brief the DJ, let them know, hey, we want this type of music, this is our vibe, this is our genre. You know, we won a massive photo area where girls have the perfect lighting that they're gonna want to share those images on social with a killer backdrop that's identified to Oner Active, and we can take that backdrop now to any event that we do. It's these things that you've got to think about. I'm really lucky because before creating Oner Active, I also worked with incredible brands that hosted incredible events, and I was able to identify what they did great, what I think could have gone better, what I would love to put on my event. And that's the privilege that I got, and that's the privilege that I was gifted with. And I think had I not had that experience, I wouldn't be able to know what the community would want from an Oner Active event. It was also just like the food being served at food trucks. Like, what food were we serving? Is our community a matcha girl or is our community a pre-workout girl? I know our community is a pre-workout girl. So it's identifying who the Oner Active muse is and muses, and putting that forward into the event, but also making it feel like everybody was welcomed.
Hi everyone, welcome to Oner Active's 3rd birthday. I cannot believe we are 3 years old and yet we feel so big and so mature for some weird reason. Honestly, none of this would have been possible without every single one of you, without the OA team, without you guys being so genuine to your communities and being so authentic to yourselves, which is super important. It's going to be by far the biggest and best event, so make sure tonight you get rest. The team have worked so hard to make this venue come true. Like, literally, they've broken their backs, their contact lenses are dry, but they've done it because they want to also make sure that when your community come and visit you, you're part of a brand that actually cares and wants to look out for you and have your back. We're not gonna give you scraps, we're gonna give you the fucking best of the best. Lucas is my business partner.
Should I also jump on here? I mean, also really happy that you guys are all here. Oner Active is something super special. Thank you for all of you taking part in it. Gonna be some big days for the next few days to come. Let's make it big together
and have fun.
Yes, exactly. Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
So the panel talk enabled our athletes and our teammates to have their voices being heard, talk about challenging topics, allow our community to engage in the conversations, and also just be really upfront and be like, you know, I'm struggling with this. What do you need help with this? How can we make you feel more part of the community? We also did multiple challenges that got the girls to get to know each other. And I know for a fact, so many girls came on their own and left with friends for life. And that's what Oner is about. It's about you seeing another girl across the gym wearing that badge of Oner and you identifying with her. You getting that we're part of the same team, part of the same community. We're on the same journey. Whilst our journeys are independent, we're unified through Oner. And I think that is where Oner is so unique, in the sense of fitness is such a personal journey, but these events bring women together and make them feel like they are part of something so much bigger than all of us, so much bigger than me, so much bigger than any person in the Oner team, any athlete we're ever gonna hire. Because the movement is, we want women to feel equals. We want strength training to be something everybody in the world does because it's so beneficial and so helpful to their mental and physical well-being. And we won't stop until that mission and vision is led. I don't wanna be everybody else. Like, it would be weird if we started doing things that everybody else did, in the sense of, not even from a design perspective, but in a mission perspective. Our mission is very clear, and that's what the event brought to life.
It was incredible. Like, we obviously planned it for months. Like, Krissy had a very clear vision and the concept. It was solid from the beginning, which was, you know, we want to celebrate Oner Active, sort of reflect on how far we've come, include the community, but also our sponsorship team. We knew we wanted athletes to do some of the workout classes. We knew we wanted panel talks. We knew we wanted it to be really fun and have challenges. It was a dead cert that we were going to have a gym, lots of weights so girls can lift really heavy. So when you've been planning that for months and then it actually happens and you get the community there and they're all so thankful. Like there was one girl who came up to me and she'd made some macaroons and they were in the birthday collection colours, and I thought, wow, like isn't that incredible? Someone appreciates this so much that they've made a gift, and they were delicious as well.
So the content team, believe it or not, was very, very small. We basically took all the video content, all the photos, all the social content, and just like churned it out around the clock, just the 8 of us. I think the biggest challenge was the fact that the venue was so big. We had about like 4 different main areas, and we needed people there at every point of the day because we didn't know what we could capture. Like we wanted it to be super authentic, super genuine, showcasing our community, coming together, hyping each other up. So we kind of had to plan out and figure out who was gonna go where and when they were gonna go. So we had people stationed at each area for about 30 minutes. Once they were done, they would run up to the content room, give their hard drives to the editors, to the digitech, go back downstairs, and then we would just like circle around all throughout the event. Just like really incredible. I've never been a part of something like that. Like literally we all worked so hard.
People think there's hundreds of us and there's not. So just the camaraderie of having the team together and really pushing through and working as a team to pull it off, because it's not just one person, it takes an army to sort of pull something like that off, and our army was quite small and we did it with a smile and we had a laugh doing it.
Part of the event process was not just a community event, but also I had this vision to bring an athlete house to life. And here's the thing, we're gonna be frank now. When you are working with a lot of different personalities, there's always gonna be clashes. But at Oner Active, there's never been one clash, unless I haven't been made aware of any, but the girls genuinely respect, love, and have each other's backs. And whilst you might have introverts and you might have extroverts and you might have different opinions, there's respect. And I think fundamentally, the number one thing for me is respect and honesty. If you do not respect your teammates, your athletes, your affiliates, the company, my staff, I'm not gonna have you as part of this brand. And I don't care how much money you bring into this company. And I've said that to every single girl on sponsorship. When they come on set, they better be very respectful to my team. You are not the star of the show. Everybody here is an equal. So say thank you, say you're welcome, say your pleases, and just show respect, because it's a team. It's a unity, it's coming together. And the fundamentals are we're all equal to get into where we need to go. That mentality is something that's very important to me within sponsorship. And if I see an ounce of change in that, I will instantly go in myself and be like, hey, we need to talk about this, because you need to understand this is where Oner is. If that doesn't align where you want to go, no hard feelings. I wish you nothing but the best. So the whole concept behind the Athlete House is I wanted to give the girls an incredible opportunity to be in Beverly Hills, in this incredible mansion, and just also celebrate them through this, and to be like, hey, you've worked really hard, here's a celebration and how thankful we are for everything that you do, but also to force them to be together. And I know that sounds a little bit intense, but when you put everyone in one situation, you come out better, because you realize, hey, I really love working for this brand, or maybe actually this brand is not for me. And you know what? That end goal is okay too, because you identify what you like and you don't like. And the girls had a lot of fun and they vibed with each other, they connected, they made bonds that maybe they wouldn't be able to make if they were just in hotels. I had a lot of learnings and understandings, and now we can just make the next event even bigger and better. We can include also the teammates maybe at the Athlete House. So, you know, everybody feels way more included. All these things you're just learning and you're processing and you're trying, testing, learning, navigating. So yeah, the Athlete House was fun. Not so fun when we got there and it was a shit show.
How was your experience with the Athlete House when you came in?
I don't know what I can and can't say on camera, but I think my experience with the Athlete House when we first arrived was like shocking. It was a bit like jaw-dropping moment, just because we had so much to do. As you can imagine,
Athlete House update, it is absolute carnage and it is all gone wrong. The furniture all looks weird. We've had to get everything ourselves. The Airbnb has not been cleaned. Moving furniture around. doing what Sarah's doing. Fluffing. We've had to go IKEA, pick up bath mats, get shampoos, get conditioners, do this, do that, because it's gone really wrong. So we're gonna be here all night. I'm literally going into every single room. One person's making a list of things to remove from the room. One person's making a list of things to add to the room. One person is doing a list of things to buy from the room.
So this one is cohesive.
Yeah, I think this room
This is the least of our problems.
I'm not offended by this room. What we'll do is we'll add a plant in the corner because it looks a little bit weird.
Okay.
Let's add a big logo in the middle, I think. Do we have any big vinyls?
We have one more, yeah.
Okay, let's pop it
But
there.
we do need that guy to bring the others.
The toilets have not been cleaned. I know for a fact they haven't been cleaned, so they need to be cleaned. I'm not sure why they haven't been cleaned, so we'll sort that out. Remove this table. This is so weird. Just a random coffee table sitting there on her own. So let's remove that. Do we have any mirrors? Because it says strong looks good on you, but there's no mirror. These signs are very small.
They were meant for bathroom mirrors.
Okay, yeah. I don't know who put that there. Can we just figure out why they put it not in the right place?
Yeah.
Not me.
Was it you?
You get fired. You! With Oner Active, we always try and achieve a lot ahead of our time. So it wasn't enough just doing the 2-day festival. We wanted to do the athlete house, but that was like a huge almost event in itself, running alongside the bigger event. So it was very ambitious of us to do that, and I think we pulled it off. And considering all of the hurdles and sort of hoops that were on fire and flames that we had to jump through to pull it off, I think we did very well.
And me and the whole team had to clean the house from 9 a.m. till like 1 a.m. because the Airbnb host let us down handling that. This is not real! Why are you cleaning?
It's so bad. It was a big mansion, so it was huge. Just cleaning one section of it took like a whole hour, and it was just exhausting, but the team pulled through and did it.
But now we need to move on to the next one. Just swipe up and down, up and down. Here. And again. And now up.
No, breathe up, yeah.
By the time the athletes came, it's like that saying, you have to be like calm like a swan above water, and underneath you're paddling and kicking, but no one knows. And I think for the sponsorship team, it was a really nice experience and one that's going to be very memorable.
But the team had to unfortunately do things they weren't supposed to do, and I felt really, really bad. And we were cleaning things we weren't supposed to clean, and it was very, very, very last minute. So that was incredibly stressful. But hey, it's a memory, it's a joke we've now got within our brand. And yeah, I also fractured my foot there, so that's a memory I'll take forever. Oh my God, the biggest win was the community. Seeing your community work out together. What more do you want? That is exactly what your end goal was, right? To bring women together through your product that makes them feel confident, makes them feel proud. Done. Done. It's a win. And it's so funny that one of my friends, I've known him for so long, he said to me, even if no one shows up, because I was like, oh my God, no one's gonna show up. This is so embarrassing. He was like, even if no one shows up, this is a win. Like, this is an experience. It's a journey. Like, look at this. This has been built from one vision, and this has been built from one team. This is a win. And when he said that, I was like, he's so right. But then an extra win was seeing thousands of women come, work out together, look phenomenal in Oner Active, and just the smiles. Everyone was happy from what I know, but everyone was happy. Like, everyone was just excitable, and people showed up 2 days in a row and they stayed the whole day because they just wanted to take everything in. I just wish I was more present. That's my only regret, because I was just like, is this okay? Is this been done? Is this person okay? Are we all right there? And I was just checking everything, and I was super paranoid about everything. And I just wish I just went, just take a moment. And I never did that. And also, when you're meeting and greeting people, you want to give them all your energy and all your vibe, and you want to be like, this is about you. Like, what would you like to say, you know? So that's my only regret. I wish I was just a bit more present to be proud of what we've achieved in under 3 years. So yeah, it was a good event though.
But I just want to say a massive thank you for every single person, everything you've done for this event. It would have never, ever, ever been possible without you guys breaking your backs. So thank you for that. You've literally made dreams come true and you've made so many women happy. It was amazing. I'm thankful for you. I love you so, so much.
On behalf of the teammates and athletes, thank you so much for this whole trip. Sorry. No, thank you so much for this whole trip, and especially our sponsorship managers, the events teams, for making this possible. Can't believe we're here, but this has honestly just been an experience of a lifetime, and nothing goes unnoticed. Genuinely, I will never be able to express our gratitude, but just as a collective, honestly, thank you so much.